8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. The Prime Minister says that a new program will be implemented to enhance the professional talents of the three armed forces to further strengthen national security. The Speaker says that it is essential that everybody should work with understanding and be alert to face any situation. A certified price for 10 varieties of essential items will be imposed from the month of February. The COVID death toll stands at 211. 4 arrested for stealing explosives from a quarry in Mavanella. In foreign news, a senior doctor warns hospitals across UK must prepare for COVID surge. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says a new program will be implemented to enhance the professional talents of the three armed forces to further strengthen national security. Medium-scale plan has been prepared to provide the modern technology facilities needed for the armed forces. He said that the threat of international drug dealers should be rooted out from Sri Lanka. The Prime Minister also stated that special attention has been focused to build a safe environment for naval activities in the Indian Ocean. He further said that additional 20 million rupees has been allocated for the three armed forces. Speaker Mahinda Yapa Abeyewardene says that the indefinite situation which exists worldwide last year could exist this year as well. He said that it is essential that everybody should work with understanding and be alert to face any situation. The COVID-19 pandemic could be controlled by all parties coordinating with each other. Participating in a program in Colombo, he said that the country has benefited by many achievements. A certified price for 10 varieties of essential items will be imposed from the month of February. Minister Bandula Gunawardena said that the certified price will be imposed on rice, flour, sugar, dal, canned fish and for several other items. The supply prices will be called from local producers and direct importers within the next few days. Speedy measures will be taken to provide food items at minimum prices. A program is being implemented to supply these items to the consumers through Satosa outlets, cooperatives and Q-Shop networks. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. We continue with local news. The Government Information Department says the number of COVID-19 deaths reported in the country climbed to 211, with 3 new deaths being reported today. All 3 deaths were confirmed today from Colombo. The department further said that the overall COVID cases reported from the Dulapitiya, Paliagoda and prison clusters has risen to 40,120. 502 COVID-infected persons have been reported today. Police spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana says explosives that went missing from a rock quarry at Mavanella have been recovered from the area of Talwatta in Peradeniya. The Criminal Investigation Department has arrested 4 suspects for allegedly stealing the explosives. One of the suspects, who was identified as a worker of the rock quarry and a resident of Peradeniya, is currently in remand custody. He further said that investigations have revealed that the suspect had direct links to the alleged theft. The remaining 3 suspects were taken into custody today. Police spokesman noted that there is no involvement of any extremists or terrorist organizations in this incident. The Excise Department says 224,737 raids have been conducted during the last 5 years. The department also said that raids will further continue during the year 2021. The department has also planned to recruit legal officers for the Regulation and Research Unit this year. Next, we have a look at the main news story.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
On to the main news story. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga says that necessary measures have already been taken to control the spread of COVID-19 in the opening of the country for tourist arrivals. He made these remarks at a media discussion held in Gampaha. Meanwhile, Director General of Health Services, Specialist Dr. Hemantha Herath said that strategic measures have already been taken to prevent the COVID cluster from infecting foreign arrivals. That was the main news story. Watchlight is next.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Watchlight. Intellectual sources point out that the people's contribution to control the coronavirus epidemic is not sufficient. They also stated that it is difficult to control the spread of the virus due to some people not following the health guidelines, such as wearing masks and keeping social distance. It has also been emphasized that the public should strictly follow the health guidelines. That was a look at Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow.
World News, brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. A senior doctor warns hospitals across UK that they must prepare for COVID surge. Plane crash, deaths rise in 2020 despite COVID pandemic. Chinese foreign minister says coronavirus emerged in several places around the world. Hospitals across the UK are being told to prepare to face the same COVID pressures as the NHS in London and South East England. London's weekly rate is 858 per 100,000 people, double the rest of the UK. Professor Andrew Goddard, president of the Royal College of Physicians, said the new, more infectious variant of the virus was spreading across the country. Case numbers were mild compared to where they would be in a week, he said, and doctors were really worried. It comes as almost half of the major hospital trusts in England are said to be dealing with more COVID-19 patients than at the peak of the first wave in April, with the NHS having its busiest winter ever. More people died in commercial plane crashes in 2020, an industry group has said, despite the number of flights plummeting due to the pandemic. Dutch aviation consultancy TO70 found that 299 people were killed in commercial crashes worldwide last year, rising from 257 in 2019. This is despite a sharp drop in flights due to COVID-19 restrictions. Tracking site Flight Radar 24 reported that commercial flights had dropped by 42% last year. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi today said evidence that the corona emerged in multiple locations across the world is growing, although China was the first country to report the pathogen. More and more research has shown that the pandemic is likely to have emerged in many places around the world, he said in an interview with Xinhua. We raced to report the epidemic first, said Wang Yi, also Chinese State Councillor. To end this bulletin of world news, the headlines again. Senior doctor warns hospitals across UK must prepare for COVID surge. Plane crash deaths rise in 2020 despite COVID pandemic. Chinese foreign minister says coronavirus emerged in several places around the world. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news is next.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development news. 10,000 bridges in remote villages will be constructed. 7,000 million rupees will be spent. The Ministry of Finance has said that the projects are to be completed soon. The 2021 budget proposals are being implemented. That was a look at development news. Next, we take a look at sports news. The second test between the visiting Sri Lankan team and South Africa will begin in Johannesburg tomorrow. The first test match was won by South Africa by 45 runs and an innings. The spate of injuries to the Sri Lankan squad could see them go into the match without at least 4 players from the first test, including senior batsman Dinesh Chandimal and Sons their most experienced bowler Suranga Lakmal, who had not recovered sufficiently from a hamstring injury to play any part in the series. Plans have been made to broadcast live on the special sports channel of the SLBC. Listeners can hear the commentary on the following frequencies: 107.3 from Colombo, 107.5 from Yatiantota, 104.9 from Haputale, 97.4 from Hunaskiria, 104.7 from Deniaya, 102.1 from Radala, and 97.4 from Karagahatana. That was sports news. Next we take a look at business news. Government plans to utilize new technology methods for tea cultivation. Utilizing organic fertilizer instead of chemical fertilizer will be propagated. Measures will be also taken to increase the income of small rubber estates. That was business news. Economic news is next.
Economic News, courtesy of
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
A 150 million rupee grant has been allocated for the development of the freshwater fishing industry this year. The objective of this new program is to increase the freshwater fish production up to 250,000 metric tons. That was economic news. Finally, we take a look at the weather report.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The weather report. The Met Department says showery conditions over the northern and eastern parts of the island is expected to enhance due to the atmospheric disturbance in the vicinity of Sri Lanka during the next few days. Showers will occur at times in the northern, eastern, north-central Uva and the central provinces and in the Hambantota district. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places elsewhere after 1 p.m. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places in the Sabaragamuwa province and in the Kalutara, Gaul and Matara districts. That was the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. The Prime Minister says that a new program will be implemented to enhance the professional talents of the 3 armed forces to further strengthen national security. The Speaker says that it is essential that everybody should work with understanding and be alert to face any situation. A certified price for 10 varieties of essential items will be imposed from the month of February. The COVID death toll stands at 211. 4 arrested for stealing explosives from a quarry in Mavanella. And in foreign news, a senior doctor warns hospitals across UK must prepare for COVID surge. That ends tonight's news broadcast, and your friend and mine, he's showing his 32 teeth on the other side, all prepared to take over. And the two of us will be entertaining you on Family Choice from now until close of transmission at 10.